Hi, everyone. My name is Aishi Aldermayana, and I'm your SCARS deputy for the kingdom. And in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to a training event that I have created. So links there. So go ahead and click on it. You might want to minimize your Zoom or play with two screens or however you want to do it, or toggle back and forth. But I will go ahead and share my screen now so that we can kind of walk through this whole project together, okay? If at any moment you have anything you need to talk about, please feel free to jump in and ask questions at any time. This is how we learn, and this is definitely a very new thing for everyone, so. All right. So is everybody ready? I'm going to ask for a thumbs up on the screens, or pipe in and say, wait, I'm not ready yet.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
And
no, I was going to go for it.
As I am sharing my screen, it's really hard for me to monitor chat. So feel free to jump in. I want to see your lovely faces and your lovely voices. Okay, I don't see any naysayers, so let's go ahead and start, okay? So SCARS is a really awesome program. It allows us to use the existing SCA database to keep track of all of our events and everything else. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to navigate to sca.org, okay? And then the best thing to do is to log in first. We find that a lot of people have problems when they're not logging into their SCA account first. And what I mean when I say SCA account, I mean the account, your member number. So your member number is your member number is your member number. Even if your membership is no longer active, yet that is still your member number on your original blue card. So some of the pitfalls we see are where people sign up again for a membership, and then now they have 2 or 3 or 4 member numbers, and that can become where we have some problems. We need to merge everything. So, wow, this is really frustrating to log in. My goodness. So, well, no wonder everyone's having so many problems. This is a disaster. Let's see.
It used to be like a login at the top, but I'm not seeing it anymore.
Me neither. Oh, maybe it's under membership. Let's see. We should probably make that more clear for them. Let's see.
I know
okay.
if you go into event reg, you can do it there too.
So member portal. Okay. And I'll go ahead and just use my member number. So here's my membership. Okay. The most important thing that we need on file is a good email address for you. And we also need your birthday. Now, why would we need your birth date? Well, the system will auto-identify if you are over 18 or under 18, and the system will automatically choose which site registration to give you if you do not have your birthday. So I find that most frequently are people not signing in and birthdays incorrect. Now, keep in mind, if this email address is not your current email address, but an email address from 20 years ago, your confirmations are going to go to that email address. So you want to make sure that that's an email that's valid, that you're checking constantly, or at least you check or have access to. If it's an old Comcast account or an old CompuServe account, perhaps you should update your email address. If you are finding that you cannot log in here, what I can do is I can go into the back end and I can update your email address manually for you if you have lost all semblance of your email address. That's not a problem. I can also manually update your birthday if you can't find where to do that. But it's all under change your personal information, this link right here. Okay, so you just birthday, everything else, it's all right there. You're good to go. Okay. All right. And I'm comfortable sharing my personal information because nurses, we have all of our personal information already online in the database in New Mexico. So I'm perfectly fine sharing that information with all of you. All right. So once you figure out that your membership is correct, everything is in the system accurately, the next thing you want to do is go to events. So if everyone wants to click on events, if you are already logged into the system, the Kingdom of the Outlands will pop up automatically right here. Okay, now I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna sign, let's see, let me see if I can't sign out. Okay, here's another place that I want you to keep a note of. If you don't know your member number, there's a link right there that you can click on it and it'll take you to, this will help search the database and it'll pull up your email, or it'll pull up your member number and you can log in that way too. Okay. And again, you can always call the membership office or email membership@sda.org and they can help you out as well. So, all right, back to events. Okay, because I am already signed in, the Kingdom of the Outlands is going to pop up as my kingdom. Okay, and then if everyone wants to navigate to this practice event for StagsCon, just click on event details and that'll take you to the event. Okay. This gives you some basic information about the event. I try and put a link to the website on this screen so you can go to the link and see what the schedule is. Unfortunately, I am limited by characters on this screen, so I can't put a lot of detail here, but I try and give us at least some detail here, okay? So for the purpose of this demonstration, I had to charge a 2-cent fee. And because non-members don't have a waiver on file or an active membership, their day trip fee is going to automatically be $5.02. And I did a child's one here so we can practice that at a penny. Okay, but no one is going to be charged anything. And please don't run your credit card through the system. This is just a way to show people how to use the system. Okay. All right. Now, if you scroll down to the bottom and click on, it'll actually say for you guys, new registration. Okay, it'll be down here. Now, when you hover on this button right here, you see how it darkens a little bit. If you can't click on this button or it doesn't darken, that means I want you to scroll up. You forgot to log in. So basically, there'll be a little pass. Oh, hey, let me log out. Let me log in again. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Event registration. Okay, you see here, Ethelmark came up because I'm not logged into the system. Scroll down, choose Outlands, choose event details. Okay, same screen. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to try and click on register. Aha, we have this pop-up button right here, okay? But if you're on mobile, what will frequently happen is this sign-in button will be all the way up at the top of your mobile screen. Or if you have a big screen, sometimes this little pop-up disappears completely. So you need to scroll up and find it and log in, which is where I like to encourage everyone to log in first before clicking on events, because this is a much missed pop-up. Okay. Again, I'm going to log in now and I'm going to click on register. Okay. Now, here we are. Here's the event dates today. This is a new registration. This is a practice event for StagsCon. And so I want to register myself for the event. So go ahead and click on register yourself. Click. Okay. Now here's the fun part. You can put an emergency contact in if you want. At this time, we're not requiring it. This special requests box comes up by default, and I'm not sure if we get any information from that at all. I think it's in a document that we don't really look at this point. And because we don't have any feast requests right now, we're just leaving this blank at the moment. Okay, so STA.org knows that I'm already a member. Okay, here's my modern name, and it's telling me that I am going to be charged a day trip member fee. Okay, because it already has my member number in there. Okay, so because this is a test event and I really don't want to get charged, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the royalty link right here. And you see everyone how it says -2 cents. See that? So anytime you have a number in parentheses in accounting, it means a negative. So this event is charging me 2 cents to participate in, but I don't want to pay that. So I'm going to click on the royalty right here. And then I'm going to click on add to cart. Okay. And so that will charge me. Here's the practice event charge. Here's the I don't want to pay for this event. Total registration fees, 0. Okay. Again, you have an opportunity to change your contact information right here on this screen. Otherwise, it's auto ported in from what sta.org has. You just want to make sure this email is accurate because you're going to get an email confirmation. Now, here's the fun part. Let's say I'm the head of my household and I want to register my squire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add another person. But wait, here's this big old red box and maybe I should read it. So be sure to retrieve SCA members into your group by their valid member number or with the family member dropdown, or they will not receive the member rate. Okay. So what you need to do is make sure that if you are a family membership, okay, this only works if you have a family SCA membership and your kiddos are under the age of 18, they will automatically come in this group. So if I click on add another person, if I had a family member, they would be right here. I would drop down, click on the family member, and then I would use this little green check mark right here. Unfortunately, I don't have any kiddos. So does somebody want to put their member number in the chat and I will show you how to add?
I could just tell you.
Okay, why don't you tell me?
176 314.
All right, so we're gonna check the green checkbox. Whoops. I need your modern last name, my friend.
Reed, R-E-E-D.
And green checkbox. Oh,
Darn it.
you've already registered. All right, I need someone else's member number.
Mine.
Say again.
You can use mine.
Go ahead.
It is 246205.
All right. Oof, sorry. What did I do? My bad.
Scroll down.
Oh. I told you those pop-ups come in the worst places ever. Look at that. Can you guys see that pop-up?
Yeah.
I can't even click on it because your faces are all in the way. Hang on. There we go.
Technology, it's great, ain't it?
Spiller.
Yep.
Okay, so green checkbox. Ta-da, there you are. So now I'm going to register my group, my homies. So here's my registration options right here. I clicked on royalty because I don't want to pay for the event. And then I have Sarah and I don't want her to pay for this event. So I'm going to click on that royalty tab. Now we've done this royalty tab, this royalty discount as a way to make it easier for the seated baronials and their mages and their highnesses to sign up for events. Because sometimes if I go in and comp them on the back end, then it's too hard for them to add family members. So this is just an easier way. I do get a list of everyone who is comped for the event, either royalty or staff. And I have so far only had one person use it inappropriately, and that was by accident. So that's a wonderful kind of just a shining beacon as to how courteous we are here in the SCA. So, all right, so now I have my group. That's me, I'm a member. It automatically checks off this member rate for StagsCon. There's Sarah, she is a member. It automatically checks off that she is a member for StagsCon, and we got the discount right there. And then we're going to click add to cart. Okay. So now you can see my total registration fee is 0. All right. Because I'm registering her, I'm going to get the email confirmation sent to me. And then all we do is click on confirm registrations. The order is created right here. And momentarily, I'm going to have a email sent to me from sca.org letting me know that I have registered myself and Katrina Frazier for StagsCon. Okay. All right. From here, oh no, I chose the royalty discount and I am not a landed noble. What do I do? You can click on your event registrations, and then you can modify all your event registrations. Okay. So let's see. I'll show you with this one. So right here, I've signed up for this event. I want to modify it. And now I can add more people if I want. Okay. Or I can cancel it. Just click on cancel registration. Yes.
So we do have a question.
Of course.
Go ahead if you want to go ahead and say your question.
Yeah, it was about the staff.
Uh-huh.
I assume then when we submit the form for getting this built, that we have to add comp and tell you that it's supposed to be a staff person, so you know? Or
Yes. And we will talk about how to request scars and events at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So the 2 people that are in there wrong for my event,
Mhm.
can I have them go back in and change it to a staff?
Yes. You didn't give me any staff comps for your specific event.
I gave 1.
You gave 1. Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know I didn't know I could say staff at the time.
Yeah, it's just any comps. And I can break those comps down into royals and staff. Or I can just put a button that says comps, kind of whatever you so desire. Okay.
Okay, and they have to do it themselves now, or can you do it for me
Well,
to get them?
Can I do it? Yes.
Mhm.
Do I want them to learn the system and do it themselves?
Mhm.
Yes. Would I prefer them to call me and I can walk them through it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Of course, of course. I'm gonna, let's see, pop on the big screen now here.
Do you by any chance have any like troubleshooting suggestions? The only reason I'm asking, I had someone message me this morning, that they're having trouble registering for an event we've got coming up. She tells me that she's also not talking anymore. It was a Facebook message and she must be away from her computer. So I don't have a whole lot of information, but she says that she's been trying to log in, but the site keeps saying her credentials are bad. I've tried changing my password several times and it won't let me. I'm not 100% confident if she's talking about SCA.org or if she's talking about the Alberon website. So I'm not sure if you've heard that before, if maybe that could be a SCARS response, and if in which case, if you had any ideas on how to get around that.
It helps if they send me a screenshot as to what they're seeing. Because I don't know which website that she's on and looking for
That's fine.
credentials.
That's fine. I asked her for a screenshot and to clarify which website she was on. She hasn't responded yet, so I'll get with you after.
Sure. Yeah. I put my my cell phone number in that chat, so hopefully she reaches out and calls me. I, that's usually the biggest problem. People are asking for help, and then I ask for a clarifying question, and they never get back to me. So, unfortunately.
This particular gal is not local to us, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get a hold of her if we're gonna help her. So
Okay.
I will let you know if I hear.
Sure, not a problem, not a problem. All right, I've stopped sharing my screen because I want to go in and see the back end and see if you all registered or not.
I did not because I was trying to watch everything else. So sorry.
That's okay. Yay! I see Wendy registered. Thank you. Questions, comments, concerns, anything that I can make easier. How we feeling?
I think Sarah has a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I couldn't find my raise the hand button quick enough.
That works.
What if I decide to go to I register for an event and I decide that I can't go and I cancel my registration, but now I have a credit on my
Okay.
account? How does that work?
Excellent question. According to SCAR's policy, and I post it on all the events that are not free, there is a registration. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Okay. Here's our screen. Again, we're at the events page. I've already signed in because it says my name and the date right here. I'm going to scroll down to find an event that has a registration cost. So here is the Alberon Midwinter. We'll click on event details. And here's a little bit about the event. We've got the member fee is $10. The event link to the website's right here. We have our little COVID-19 policies right here. And here's the SCARS refund policy. Okay. So what's going to happen when you decide that you're not going to go to an event and you would like a refund? What will happen is that you must request your refund, and it depends. Usually it's 14 days before the beginning of the event. but because this is midwinter and we do know that some of our friends coming from the north down to Albuquerque may not be able to make it through the pass, they've decided to change their requests for refunds to the Wednesday before the event. So I do need to change that. Thank you for pointing that out. What will happen is that you'll request your refund in SCARS. The system will say that you have a credit, but what will happen is after we close the event out, the Exchequer will send you a check in the mail for your total registration fee. Okay. Does that answer your question?
It does. I did want to point out though, because that was a question that I already knew the answer to. I think I might have the words wrong on the policy there. So if you cancel through SCARS because the event is still open in SCARS, your refund is automatic. You don't have to email or mail a request because it'll be more than the 14 days out. If it's less than 14 days from the event, then you would have to request that way. But I think I might need to tweak the words on that.
If you request a refund more than 14 days out from the event, it will auto go back on your card. If you're requesting a refund
No,
after the 14 days, correct?
no. It won't go back on your card, but it will show up as a credit in SCARS.
Okay.
And the Exchequer will still have to write you a paper check.
Mm.
But you can, by canceling your event in SCARS because it's still open, you're essentially already asking for a refund.
Yes.
You don't have
Okay.
to also email or mail a request. It's already done in SCARS.
When the Exchequer gets the check from Kingdom, it will have that value in there. So the barony or the hosting organization will have more money until we write our check to send it back to them.
Correct.
Correct.
So that's a balancing issue at the end.
Mhm.
And then when that happens, I believe I'm correct in assuming that if someone cancels, we refund them. And in our case, we don't have like a fee for cancellation. So the barony will still eat the fees for SCARS, 3 to 4%, depending on the size of the event. That the barony will still eat the fees for SCARS. When we, granted, we haven't done an event yet, so I don't know what it's going to look like when we get it, but I'm curious what the accounting end of it is going to look like, how we account for the money we've gotten in, the SCARS fees coming out of that, and then money that we send back out for any potential refunds. I'm wondering how that's going to look when we get the paperwork with it.
It'll actually be part of the other class where you're
Okay.
doing the event side of it.
Okay.
Yep.
This one's just for people who want to learn how to register on SCARS.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'll save my specifics for later.
Don't make me change PowerPoints. Don't make me change PowerPoints right now in the middle of everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and register for this event. All right. Yeah. Apparently, I've already registered. So we're going to view our registration. Okay, it's all there. I'm going to modify it. And I'm just paying for myself. So continue to modify. And here is, it automatically knows that I'm a member, that my membership is active. I am not a noble or a landed baron or baroness, so I'm not going to check that box. And I will hit add to cart. Okay.
Do you want to show them what it looks like when you modify to add a person when it gets to the summary screen here?
Oh,
and
sure.
How much is due?
So we're gonna hit, you want me to hit add registrants? Is that what you want, or change? Let's see. All right. This is the same process where you type in the member number and the last name and you hit the green check mark. Or you can drop down your family member if you have an active STA family membership. Okay.
I just wanted to show people what the totals look like on the,
Oh, yeah. We can do that. We can totally do that.
you can add me in. I'm not on this one yet.
All right, what you got?
176 314. Read.
These pop-ups are inconvenient.
They are.
And green check mark. There she is in the system. And we're going to go ahead and go to pay. So here it is with my name. I'm a member. Here's my emergency contact that I voluntarily entered. This is for Alberon's Midwinter at $10 for members. Here's Tsura, and here we are. She is a member. Here's our member fee right here. We're going to add to the cart. And here we are. So here I am with my $10. Here is Tsura with her $10. Total registration fees, $20. Total payment, $10, because I've already paid. And then this right here is the new charge. Okay. So here's my billing information. And then here's where I can either choose to use a Master or Visa card right here, or I can click on PayPal, and then I can use my bank account through PayPal or a debit or credit card through PayPal. So now we just hit submit payment and complete registration.
Don't do it.
It's okay. And then PayPal is gonna ask me to sign in to complete everything right here. Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
I have one. I noticed that in the modify, the staff button doesn't show up like it does in the original. So
Correct.
You can't, the people that I have in there wrong, that have clicked Royal, they cannot go back in and click staff.
That's because I don't have a staff button populated for your event. And this event isn't comping any staff, so I can't just click the staff button.
I tried it on Midwinter for myself, and the staff button didn't show up anywhere. So
Correct. There is no Midwinter staff button for your Midwinter event, nor is there a staff button for the this event. So I can go ahead and add a staff comp button on your event, or she can just click the Royal button and she'll be comped either way, since you only have one person.
Yeah, I was hoping for bookkeeping purposes. She knows she's not a Royal.
Of course.
And
I'd
she
be
didn't-
delighted to add that to your,
Yeah,
I'd be
she
delighted
didn't-
to add it to your event.
She didn't actually place that order, so I don't know how it got in there.
I manually did it on the back end.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, because
yeah.
you didn't know she wasn't Royal because I just listed her as a comp.
correct.
Now I understand.
Correct.
You were doing it the old way when I handed in that form.
Yeah.
So I got caught between the two. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Looks like Eva Marie said something about she couldn't modify, but it's perhaps my desktop is Linux. I don't know. I'm using obviously I'm on my Mac and I'm using Explorer and it works.
I don't think it showed it for you on that test event either, though.
Let me see here. Go back.
And it might be just because it's free.
Yeah, it could be because it's free.
But you should still be able to add people. So that might be something we need to ask Mozilla about.
Let me see here. Details. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Okay. Registration. Okay, here it is for StagsCon. We've got this modify registration. You know, maybe your pop-up is if somewhere in a funny place on your Linux system. Pipe in if you get it to work though, because I want all the feedback we can possibly get here.
Can you go to my events and see if it's on that registration screen?
Yeah. View modify my registrations. And let's see. Registrations where I placed the order.
Yeah, that's where it's not showing up.
Oh, that's because I think today is the day of the event. That's why.
Could be.
I have a theory. It could be bunnies. Give me a second.
Yeah, that makes sense because if the cancel date is today, it might not let you modify it.
All right. I just modified the event. Let's see if it'll work this time. Okay. Just thinking.
You broke it.
I broke it. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay, so I changed the date now for StagsCon to the 16th. So let's see what we can do. Aha, now we can modify. Yep. So now we can add or subtract people. Okay.
Is it in your my events? Because we saw it before when we went through the event details, but it was in the
Oh, that's right. Let's look here.
part that it wasn't popping up.
Yep.
There it is. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Yay. I feel like the whole system was built a long time ago. And we're trying to adapt to what's going on. All right. Does anyone have any other questions?
I feel like I had tons before and now I don't. Can't think of them.
I don't see, let's see. Eva Marie, did you get it? Did you get it fixed?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Hey, that works now.
Yay! All right. It looks like we are wrapping up early. Does anyone have any other questions that pertain to how to register, how to log in, common pitfalls, those darn pop-ups that just randomly appear at weird places?
You want to show people where they can find the how to register
Oh,
PDF that you
yes.
created?
Yes. Okay.
Because we have, looks like mostly officers here that might be helping other people so they can point them to something.
That's a great call out. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and share my screen again. All right, here is the Kingdom of the Outlands event or page. You're going to go down to Kingdom Officers and scroll down to Outland, Scars, and PayPal. All right. So this top part right here, Scars required paperwork. That is something that the Exchequer and Event Steward and Autocrat send to me, requesting me to put an event in Scars. We also have how to sign up for an event on SCA.org, and it's a little PDF right here. And this gives you a step-by-step, the recommended way to sign up for an event. Okay, so click on event registrations, scroll down to Outlands, and then you can hit sign in right here. So sign in. And then you're going to put in your member information right here. Okay. We want to try to avoid creating a new account because that'll give you another member number that we'll have to merge on the back end.
It will definitely confuse your registration.
Yes. That. Yeah.
You'll be charged as a non-member.
Yeah. Because your member number is your member number is your member number. If you signed up in the 1980s, whatever member number you had back then is still your member number, even though you haven't paid for your membership in 20 years. Okay. So anyway, you'll scroll down, you can click on events. It'll take you directly to the Outlands site where you can choose your different events. You always want to make sure that you're signed in. You want to scroll on down past the COVID statements and click register. Remember, if you can't click register, it means you haven't signed in yet, and that darn pop-up asking for your member number is going to be somewhere up top. You're going to go ahead and register yourself or your family or everybody in your household. Just remember to hit the green check mark. Remember, family memberships are only for children 17 or under that have an active paid membership. And if your event has a member cap, has a family cap, that family cap is only going to be active if you have a paid SCA family membership. Okay. And all of your family is under the age of 18. You'll check the noble/royal box if they're comped. If your event gets built that you want to have specific, if you want to comp your staff, I can put a staff button there. You want to make sure all your information is correct, including your email. And then you're going to see the order created pop up. Okay. That email is going to look like this. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, people with problems, please send them my way. We'll trouble solve it together. Like I said, I prefer not to do things for people because I want to teach people how to fish, not bring them fish. So
No, I actually have a question about the family membership. So this may not. So I know, so my daughter is now 20. She's still under the family membership because she was and she was younger when we actually did it, but it's just the two of us though, so I don't know, could I still do, because it's usually like 2 adults and minor kids, so can she still count as one of my adults because it's just the two of us?
You
for
know
family
what?
membership?
That is a great question. Let's find out the answer together.
Okay. I was hoping maybe Sarah would know, but
That is a great question. Let's find out that answer together. I love it. I love it.
The comps, the family cap really comes into play when you have maxed out the
Yeah,
number
well,
of people that it covers.
yeah. No, that I understand, but when we have to renew our membership, can I still like do her as my one adult? I think it should be able to, right?
I
Even though
think
she's
so.
technically my kid. But
I don't know. That's actually probably a corporate question.
yeah.
We don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I didn't know if you happen to have that answer.
Tell you what, can you do us a favor and register for StagsCon?
Yeah.
And then add your daughter in with your
Yes, I'll have to remember my password. This is what I haven't registered for a couple of events yet because I'm like, I don't remember my password.
Actually, I gotta take off. I got another class to prepare for and I gotta go.
Bye, boss.
Okay, bye.
We've got about 10 more minutes as well, just so you know.
Okay.
Sign in. Oh, hey, I actually remembered it. I think it's the first time
Huzzah.
ever. Well, because I go in pretty much twice a year, you know, or sometimes once a year maybe. So okay. And now events, StagsCon. Okay. Every time I start talking, my dogs are like, "You're talking to us, right?" I'm gonna mute until I get this done.
Is anyone else having any challenges?
I think I super appreciate the tip to sign in first. Not only for that pop-up, but because it'll give you the outland stuff first. That's a huge benefit.
Right?
Maybe I missed something, but I can't find the sign-in thing before I have tried to get into an event. So like when I start out at the SCA website, I don't see a sign-in.
That's where, let's see, following my little, let's see, that's where following the PDF is helpful. So I don't know if you want to keep one of those. So click on Event Reg. Then click on Outlands. And then click on Sign In. I know there's no sign in button at the top. I mean at at sta.org when you first
That's the way I was
navigate.
doing it.
Yeah,
And
and
just thinking that there wasn't a button until I got into the event section.
yeah, and that's annoying, and I'm going to let them know.
So I was able to put her in under I just did the register your group or family type of thing. I don't know if it did. I don't think it did like a family cap because we're free anyway. But
Did you try it for StagsCon?
yeah. So I did the StagsCon practice. I didn't do
Yes.
the actual StagsCon. So which I don't think you had one for the
No, there's
actual
not an
StagsCon.
actual
Right, yeah.
Stags. There's just a
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, so I what I did was I did the, register a group or family, and I was able to choose her, no problem, and it put it on there. So
Did she come
Okay.
up 2 cents or 1 cent?
oh, good question. She came up as 2 cents. So
Okay.
it's
So she came up as an
counting her
adult.
yeah, and as an adult, but she's still counted in my family group. So
Gotcha.
as apparently as one of my adults. So
Great. I think what we were coming across was somebody had a family membership that was not active, and they had themselves, their spouse, a child over 18, and then 2 children, and wanted the family
Yeah.
cap. And I'm like, family cap only works in the system if you're members.
Got
It's
it.
the same thing as the royalty or other comp. It only comes up in the system as you have to be a member in order to get it, because it's set up to only discount what the member discount is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have about 4 minutes. And I think Perrin is here for teaching the next class. So
Excellent. All right. Does anyone have any last comments, questions, concerns about SCARS before I sign off?
Just to thank you for the system itself, but for all of the work and the care you're taking of people. It is much appreciated.
It is my pleasure to serve. And with that, I'll sign off. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. I'll see you at 1 o'clock. Okay.
I'll have specific questions for you then.
Yes, ma'am. Fire them away.